Good evening, everyone. I'm Matthew Taylor, and welcome to this event titled Private Lives, A Thing of the Past. We're going to be debating the issue of privacy, what's happening to it in modern society, whether we should be worried about it, and what it tells us about the people that we are today. We've got a fantastic panel of judges. We've got a fantastic group of expert witnesses, and I can see that we've got an amazing audience. So it's going to be a really lively hour and a half. The event today is in association with the Reuters Institute and the Media Standards Trust, and Julia Middleton, who is a trustee of the Media Standards Trust, just wanted to say a couple of words before we started. Julia.
I'm indeed a trustee of the Media Standards Trust. I'm sadly here because Martin, who is our director, is on a very sad family gathering at the moment and can't be with you. We set up this so much with John Lloyd from Reuters Institute and the RSA. Media Standards Trust, as you perhaps know, is about both celebrating and questioning the media. This is a subject, privacy, that matters an awful lot to us. I was thinking last night, it matters to us, I suspect, as professionals and as citizens. So I thought I'd just make the case as a parent. It matters a lot to us as parents, I would suggest. As a parent, having watched Sally Clark suffer, as a parent, having watched the Bridgend suicide, as a parent, having watched journalists getting away with employing private detectives to phone tap, and as a parent sitting last night talking to Rachel and saying, do you really want to tell everybody that you know on MySpace that you are not currently in a relationship? To which her obvious answer was, Mum, I can always delete it. And actually then you try to explain to them, well actually you'll delete it to the rest of the world, but Murdoch will still know it in 40 years' time, because he'll still have it. He's back. So as a parent, I believe privacy issue matters so much. And as Media Standards Trust, we do everything we can to try and both celebrate wonderful journalism and question it. Thank you.
Thank you, Julia. Okay, so now the format of the evening is going to be kind of improvised moral maze, with the emphasis on the word maze. We have got a number of witnesses. The sorts of issues we're going to be discussing are attitudes towards privacy different between younger and older generations? How far are people blurring their private and public lives in reality? What are the implications for society when people reveal so much about themselves to the world? Will we have to get used to a world where there is almost no boundary between public and private life? And has a red-top celebrity culture responded to these social trends or helped to create them? And if these changes aren't all good, if we're worried about privacy, is there anything we can do realistically to change the trends which seem to be running through society? Now, let me introduce you to our excellent panel of witnesses. Starting at this end with Stephen Whittle. Stephen is a former controller of editorial policy at the BBC, now chairman of the Broadcast Training and Skills Regulator, and a visiting fellow at the Reuters Institute of Journalism, Oxford University. Sitting next to Stephen, Claire Fox, director of Institute of Ideas, which she established to create a public space where ideas can be contested without constraint. She'll be particularly comfortable with tonight's format because she's, of course, well known as being a panellist on Moral Maze, so when I get it wrong, she will correct me, and I'm sure she will. And Ian Dale is one of Britain's leading political commentators, and his is reputed to be one of the most visited political blogs in the UK. I certainly used to visit it quite a lot when I worked in Number 10, if only to kind of spit at it. He's also the publisher of Total Politics, a magazine that he hopes will do for politics what GQ has done for men's fashion. Can I ask you to welcome our panel tonight?